which is the better smartwatch, the Amazfit Arc or the Mi Band 2? I'm going to reveal to you which one of these is the better smartwatch, fitness band, fitness tracker, whichever you want to call it. I'm going to compare them and show you exactly what they can do. Hi everyone, my name's Dan and I love gadgets, and as you can see I am in smartwatch heaven right now because I have two of the most popular fitness trackers on my wrists right now. These are pretty much the cheapest fitness trackers you can get. I don't know whether to call these fitness trackers or smartwatches. I'm going to call them fitness trackers because they're not that smart. Now I'm just going to go through the specs of both of them very quickly so you can have a quick overview of just basically what's under the hood of both of these cameras. They're not cameras, are they? They're watches. So let's take a look at the specs of both of these watches and see what they can do. Let's start with the Amazfit Arc, and here are the specs. So it's got a 0.42 inch OLED screen with a touch button key to control it. It's got a 70 mAh battery which lasts around about 20 days, which is quite extraordinary, and it takes about half an hour to fully charge this once the battery has been depleted. It's IP67 rated waterproof, which basically means you can take it in a shower, you can get it wet, but you can't take it underwater for extended periods of time. In terms of sensors, it's got an optical heart rate sensor and an accelerometer, so it will detect your heart rate and it will also detect how many steps you've taken. It's got a pedometer. As well as steps, it can also track distance, it can track your sleep, and it can track how many calories you're burning. It also connects wirelessly to your phone, so if you have a call or a message, your watch will vibrate and let you know what's going on. Now, how about the Mi Band 2? Here are the specs, and they are pretty similar, really. The Mi Band also has a 70 mAh battery, it also lasts for 20 days roughly, and it also has an IP67 waterproof rating, so again, take it for a shower, you can get it wet, damp, but don't take it underwater. The Mi Band has a 0.42 OLED screen, the same as the Amazfit. It also has a heart rate monitor, accelerometer. It can also detect your sleep, it can also track your calories, how many steps you've taken. Basically exactly the same functionality as the Amazfit Arc. So basically these two smartwatches, when you look under the hood, are basically exactly the same in terms of functionality, in terms of specs. So what makes them different really is the design and the software. This is what's going to determine which one you prefer. So let's take a look at the design now of the Mi Band. So as you can see, it's quite a small fitness band. It has a single button here which allows you to control and swipe between the different functionalities. That's the only touchscreen button it has. So as you can see here, it just basically allows you to swipe between how many steps you've taken, your heart rate, and the time. So the Mi Band comes with a strap, a rubber strap like this, which basically you can change. It allows you to change the strap. So this is basically the actual watch itself. So this is the strap they give you when you buy the watch. It's very basic rubber kind of band, but it's great that it allows you to interchange, and they have so many different kind of bands that are compatible with the Mi Band, so it just fits in like that, and then it's very easy to then strap onto your wrists. But because the watch isn't curved, because this bit is very flat, if it kind of moves into your wrist, it can become quite uncomfortable. Compared to the Amazfit Arc, which is designed very differently, it has a curve, as you can see here, which curves around the wrist, making it a lot more comfortable to wear. I definitely prefer the design of this watch band. Although it doesn't have an interchangeable strap, the strap that it comes with is a lot more high quality, it's a lot more attractive, and I much prefer this style of, attachment. The clasp here is much more secure rather than the one that just kind of pops in and out in the Mi Band. Now, the Amazfit Arc actually provides a little bit more information compared to the Mi Band on the screen. It shows, as well as heart rate and the time and the amount of steps you take, it also shows battery, and it also shows how far you've moved in a day, so how many meters you've moved. So when it comes to design, I certainly think that the Amazfit Arc is the more attractive watch. It's certainly the more comfortable. Although you can't change the straps, I prefer the strap that it comes with. You can change the straps on the Mi Band, but the one that it comes with isn't very attractive, it's not very good quality, and just the design of the actual watch itself can be quite uncomfortable if it moves around too much. The Amazfit Arc also provides more information on screen, so you don't necessarily have to always connect to the app to see all the data that you want to see, whereas with the Mi Band, it doesn't provide that much information, so if you really want to go into more detail, you need to connect to the app. So one of the main features of both of these watches is that they can detect your heart rate, which is a quite popular feature for people these days, and it's quite a cool feature. It's certainly one of the main reasons that I wear a fitness band. I do like to randomly check my heart rate. Don't know why, it just seems to be quite fun. So which one of these is best for that? They both use exactly the same technology to detect your heart rate, so they should theoretically produce exactly the same results. So let's see if they do. I'm going to just turn on the heart rate monitor of both of them and see if they kind of produce the same results. And they should, because they're on the same body. Okay, so they've both done it. 129, bloody hell. So the Mi Band said I had a heart rate of 129, whereas the Amazfit Arc said I had a heart rate of 75. I'm going to tend to agree with the Amazfit Arc. I'm pretty sure I don't have a heart rate of 129 because otherwise I would be out of breath or having a heart attack. Oh, now it says 56. So the heart rate monitors on both of these can be quite erratic. You need to have both of them very high up on the wrist and very kind of quite tight in order for it to accurately detect your heart rate. I've tended to find that the Amazfit Arc doesn't produce as many anomalies. For example, 129 heart rate, which is very high for someone who's just sitting down doing nothing. Now, how about the software, which is very, very important? It's basically the main feature of any kind of fitness band, smartwatch, is how the software works and how user-friendly it is. So for this Amazfit, you need to download an app called the Amazfit Watch, and basically you connect it via Bluetooth. It works very quickly. Once it connects, you don't need to do it again. It automatically will connect. And once you pair the watch, it will sync data continuously to your phone and to the app, which will then become available. So you can see graphs, you can see historical data, you can see your heart rate. Whenever you've detected it, it will record that data, and it will track your sleep, your calories. The Amazfit is certainly more of a sports, active kind of person's watch because it has a lot of programs to encourage you to, do different kind of running and walking activities, and it will track your fitness more than anything. Definitely more of a fitness person's kind of watch, and the app is definitely geared towards that. Very easy to see all this data very clearly, and it's quite interesting. Once you've been wearing it for a while, you can definitely track some trends and some progress, and you can see what you have to work on. The Mi Band uses the Mi Fit app, which is an app that's basically for all smartwatches in this range, so it's not just for this watch, it's for all of the different kind of watches they make. But the app itself is very, very good. It's the best thing about this watch is the app, and it's very easy to see data immediately. Once you launch the app, it will just tell you everything you really need to know, like calories, like how much steps you've taken, how far you've traveled. It's very easy to see that basic data just by clicking the app once. The one thing where the app doesn't do quite as well as the Amazfit is that it doesn't show very many graphs or very much historic data. It's harder to get into the nitty-gritty and see, like, those kind of the raw data. So that's basically it for my comparison between these two smart bands. Basically, if I had to choose one, I would choose the Amazfit Arc. It's basically because it's more comfortable. I prefer the style. I prefer how there's more information available just on the screen. And I like looking at data. I like looking at the nitty-gritty, going into like historical data, and the app allows you to do that. Even though it's not quite as easy to get to the data, I think it's worth it just for having all of that information there. The Mi Band is also a good watch. I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't really like the design. I don't like how it's not curved, so it can be a bit uncomfortable if you move it. I don't really care about changing the bands, the straps, so that's not really a feature I'm interested in. While the app is amazing, it's just limited into what data it gives you. It doesn't really give you the graphs and stuff, which I'm a bit of a nerd about, and I like looking at that kind of stuff. One final thing to talk about, and that is the price of these watches, which are basically very similar. The Amazfit Arc is around about $30 or $40, depending on where you buy it, and the Mi Band is around about $20. So the Mi Band is cheaper, and not by much, by about $10. It's cheaper, and it's certainly a very, very good value. In fact, they're both very, very good value smartwatches, and they provide a lot of functionality that the watches that are hundreds of dollars provide. So for heart rate, calorie tracking, sleep tracking, you can get all that kind of stuff in $30, $20 watch. So either of these, if you just want your first kind of smartwatch, smart band, then either of these will do you very well. So yeah, that's my comparison. I hope this has been useful. Between the Amazfit Arc and the Mi Band 2, both awesome little cheap smart bands. So if you like this video, then stay tuned, because I've got plenty more videos coming up, especially to do with smartwatches. Got some new smartwatches coming, some more expensive ones as well, which have a lot more functionality and look very, very cool. So I'm looking forward to showing you that. If you have any questions about these watches or anything else, I will get back to you. But for now, that's it. So thanks for sticking around, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.